In Deuteronomy chapter 1, as Moses is directing their attention to the past to find encouragement for the present and for the future, remember yesterday we talked about how the spies went into the land and they said that the land was good. It was good, just like God said it was going to be. But that doesn't mean everybody was excited to go in and take it. They reported that it was good, but then they also said, but there are some really scary dudes there, and we don't think that we can take it, and so we don't think we should go in. And Moses reminded them of that too. He said that you were discouraged by your own brothers. Your own brothers caused you to lose heart, and that made everyone afraid. They got scared. They decided not to trust God, and that's when God told them, well, now you're going to be spending the next 4 decades in the wilderness as a reminder that you can trust God no matter what. And what those spies did for the Israelites, that they discouraged them and they caused them to lose heart, is something that's happening so often. It's not hard at all for you to find somebody who's discouraging. That's certainly the case now, where you turn on the news, or you go on social media, or you just have normal everyday conversations, and how long does it take before somebody points out something that's going wrong? We live in a world where things are going to go wrong, but it's what's on our minds first. And it was happening even before a pandemic and before our Christmas and holiday celebrations were threatened. Not everybody has the gift of encouragement. And that sometimes it's easy to discourage others by getting frustrated with them for not doing their work fast enough, or for not being helpful enough, or just, it's easy to feel discouraged. And I bet you've been discouraged recently too. That highlights a very important need in this world, especially right now, a need for people who encourage. There's a need for people who excel at encouraging to do that, to encourage. And whether or not you have that particular gift, whether or not that's easy for you, I'm going to give you a very simple way to do that. You can just major in sharing good news. And you might think, well, what good news is there these days? Well, there always is. That's the good thing about our God. That's the good thing about the gospel. And you just need to look at the Israelites and the next 40 years that they were going to spend wandering through the wilderness. Why was that good news? It wasn't going to be fun wandering through the wilderness for 40 years, I know. It wasn't going to be fun not having a home to call their own. But they were going to see some good things. For the next 40 years, 4 decades, they were going to see God care for them, day by day, for 4 decades, in a wilderness, where you would have a hard time finding food and water for just one person. But this was an entire nation. And even though this particular group of people who complained and who said, we can't take the land the Lord, the God has given us, even though that particular group of people wasn't going to get into that promised land, it wasn't going to remove them from the promised land, the better one, that God prepared for us all through Jesus. And that's good news, a reminder that no matter the wilderness you currently find yourself in, no matter the sin, no matter the consequences you have to temporarily live with because of it, God doesn't take away your promised land. He doesn't take away his promise that he's still going to provide for you day by day by day, no matter how long we have to journey through this particular wilderness. That's good news. It's good news that allows you to rest well tonight, my friends, because God always gives us good news to hang on to.